Go.
Yeah, here we are.
Hey guys, back here with the Bickering Gamers.
Hi.
MadMilitaryMan reporting in.
Bleh.
Sorry guys, Billy's a little sick, so
Bleh.
yeah.
Hello. I'm here against my own will.
Well, I couldn't, Billy.
I should
I
quiet
could not
down.
Listen, Billy. A good soldier never leaves a man behind, and I just couldn't, in all conscience, do this video without you.
Shut up.
Wow. Is that how an American's values are? Whatever.
I love
anyway,
you. I love you too, Greg.
Our topic today is Donkey Kong.
How it stayed through gaming history.
Yep.
Yep. First
It's been a total phenomenon.
First Donkey Kong game was in arcades, I believe, in 1981. It was.
Sorry.
Yeah, I believe 1981, probably a little earlier. Just before the gaming crash of '83, it was one of the most popular arcade games in the market. It was also the first game designed by gaming legend Shigeru Miyamoto. And I believe '77 was when the Odyssey came out, and gaming was really popular. Arcades were everywhere, and basically Donkey Kong, if you notice, nobody really pays attention to that guy. But he's been around since, the beginning. I actually have an Atari 2600 version of the original Donkey Kong. I have the NES version, all the way up to the Wii Virtual Console. And he went on to actually make a lot of remarkable things in gaming history that no one really pays attention to. It's really sad. Particularly Donkey Kong Country, one of the first games to have digitized models rather than when it comes to making their sprites. The graphics for a 16-bit console were unheard of. And all that crap.
You know, Donkey Kong, I believe, was one of the most phenomenal games for Nintendo. That's just my opinion. I'm sure it's shared by everybody here. But, you know, you know what my favorite Donkey Kong game was? I liked, besides Donkey Kong 64, I liked the Jungle Beat.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That one was my favorite of all time.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, really what happened with Donkey Kong is not as recognized as he should be.
Well, that's because he had a bad rap. He had a few bad raps, like Donkey Kong Country, you know, like that game, that was kind of a bad rap for him. And plus, Donkey Kong's respect kind of went down like a British plane over Nazi Germany when they released the movie of Donkey Kong
Oh,
Country,
yeah.
Legend of the Crystal Coconut. That pretty much bombed his.
Well, what happened was when Donkey Kong 3 came out in arcades, and what happened was Mario wasn't in that game, or Jumping Man at the time, and that game was severely more unpopular than the other two because they realized it wasn't Donkey Kong they were going for, it was Mario they were going for. I mean, naming the game after a villain was a very risky thing to do in the first place, and Donkey Kong, yeah, I mean, he's very beloved, he is, but Mario really was the one that caught everyone's eye, and it led to the Mario Brothers arcade game, which became grossed even more money than Donkey Kong ever did. Donkey Kong Jr. is actually the only game in existence where Mario is the bad guy. That's something really interesting.
Wait, Donkey Kong Jr. Wait, I don't remember which one was that?
Wasn't that Donkey Kong Jr. Math?
No, it was a sequel to Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Back in the day where they actually thought games could educate people.
It was called Edutainment.
Yeah, oh god. But thank God we live in America in 2013 where the PS4 is announced tonight. But anywho, Donkey Kong Jr. was the sequel to the first Donkey Kong, and the story went Mario captured Donkey Kong as revenge, and Donkey Kong's son Donkey Kong Jr. Took over, and Donkey Kong Jr. was pretty popular. He ended up being in the first Super Mario Kart.
Oh, that's Diddy Kong, right?
No, Diddy Kong. Well, what happened was Donkey Kong got revamped by Rareware. What happened was Rare became one of Nintendo's best second-party games. You know, back when they made video games.
Yeah, when they actually made the video
Yeah,
games.
and what happened was they made Donkey Kong Country, and Miyamoto actually hates those games. He felt that the graphics were very unnecessary, and he just didn't like the games, how they worked. But they got a huge fan base. But what happened was Rareware was offered any Nintendo exclusive to use. And Donkey Kong was the perfect choice because there wasn't too many expectations to live up to, but at the same time, there was a lot of room to flesh out the characters and make a story out of it, and they did. So what happened was Donkey Kong...
Very interesting.
Yeah, really what happened was Donkey Kong we have now was Donkey Kong Jr. And he grew up, and Cranky Kong is the old Donkey Kong. I don't know if it... yeah, it definitely passed by now, but you can see in the opening animation for Donkey Kong Country that there's Cranky Kong winding a old record player on what seems to be Donkey Kong's pillars, and then Donkey Kong Jr. or now is Donkey Kong jumped off with a boombox and replaced with all that forest stuff and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Donkey Kong.
Bananas, man. Oh my.
Don't worry, I got the whole DK rap on in this video.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I love the
That's
The one thing that I liked that they actually did was the actual barrels that they used for the weapons, like for the cannons and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, the barrels was something that was also a great gameplay idea that wasn't really done before. It's such a simple idea, like using barrels to shoot your characters from one place to another. Donkey Kong Country Returns I just got a couple months ago. That's a lot of fun. I think it's my favorite Donkey Kong Country game. It wasn't made by Rare, of course. They're owned by Microsoft now. But I believe it was made by the same makers as Metroid Prime series. Who a lot of people are saying come in the new Rare, and I agree with that. Donkey.
I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, Donkey Kong's fun.
Wait, I'm reading here. They actually made one for the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, they had the classic NES remakes on the Game Boy Color for a while.
I see.
Yeah, there are Donkey Kong Country remakes for the Game Boy Advance. When the Game Boy Advance came out, it was a 32-bit handheld, so they pretty much remade all the 16-bit games like they did with the Game Boy Color and the NES.
It's like, didn't they do Donkey Kong Country 2 back in the Game Boy handheld?
Yeah, they did all of them, all three.
Really?
Uh-huh. I had the first one, but I lost it in Sandy. Yeah. I actually bought Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo recently. So that's how the footage is up here.
How about Donkey Kong Country Legend of the Crystal Coconut movie?
I actually saw that one day in Blockbuster. Remember Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Oh, Blockbuster. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
We actually had a video store.
You put your Pokemon Snap in the game in the little booth, and they print out your pictures.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, but I actually saw that there one day. I'm like, oh, I gotta rent this. Yeah.
And then the liberal agenda comes by and they go out of business, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, but those were Donkey Kong was, I think, a Nintendo phenomenon. You know, really.
Yeah, of course. He started everything, and with Donkey Kong Country's new 3D modeling graphic sprites and all that. Donkey Kong 64 was such a big game that they had to make an expansion pack for the RAM for the N64.
Let me ask you something. Wait, didn't Donkey Kong actually introduce Mario? Because wasn't Mario's first game technically Donkey Kong?
Yeah, it was. He's not
He wasn't called Mario.
He was jumping. He was jumping man. You want to know something cool?
And the princess who is now called Pauline.
No, Pauline was just Mario's girlfriend. At the time, Mario was a immigrant to New York, and he started a plumbing business with his brother in the Mario Brothers games, and Miyamoto used him as a cameo character for games like Punch-Out and all that. And then he got his own start in not only after Mario Brothers game, he got his own start with the Super Mario Brothers series, and he took off. And it fixed the game crash of '83 and '85.
Wait, the game crashed?
No, the game crash of '83.
Yeah, the game crashed. I thought you said the game crashed.
No.
I was to say, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it was. But Mario, the cool fact about Mario, you know why he has his signature hat?
Why?
Because Miyamoto was too lazy to make, well, it was also difficult to do on the, at the time with the computer processors, but he didn't have the time or money to give Mario's hair, or Jumping Man's hair, an animation when he's running. So they just said put a hat on him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and that's...
Smart.
Yeah, and that's where Mario got his signature hat.
Hey! Billy did, obviously, because he's talking about it.
Yep.
Yes.
But who knew? Again, Billy.
Yeah. What Donkey Kong games do you like, Tyler?
Okay. That's not how I...
Okay. From now on,
To the end of
Doomsday, I am going to go to the anime factory in Japan, and I'm going to be like, excuse me, ma'am.
You need something to go get some Mario.
And she's going to go, yes, how may I help you? Yes, can you please tell me who Mario is? That's what I'm going to do, Rosemary.
And you know what they're going to do?
And they're going to run me out of the place.
Yeah, they're going to run you out of Japan.
Hey Billy, you know you're good at this. Put videos on my name.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we should give it a try, right?
I know. We can call this segment the Annoying Gamers.
No, the Bickering Gamers sounds
No,
better.
that's too general and cliche.
Yeah, but I think Bickering Gamers, that's what we do. We bicker.
You all making my...
Bickering and you
Alright, stop.
more about.
And this is...
You guys are making my sickness worse. You guys are making my sickness worse. I just want you to know that.
It's alright, we're just helping you along.
You white boys have given me indigestion, and now I permanently have indigestion.
Why?
Why?
This is what white people do.
Why?
Disclaimer, I am white, so I'm allowed to say that.
Why?
On national, well,
Oh, please.
Silly Billy.
Alright, no, that's my song
okay,
that I
he's
wrote.
sick and he looks like he's about to cry.
Billy, Hey Billy, did you ever think about taking some Alka-Seltzer or some coldies or that?
You know, we're on the fucking air. Why don't you wait till after?
Well, I asked my mom to give me some tonic water. She got me some ginger ale and English muffins for tomorrow. But anywho, Tyler, what's your favorite?
You asked for tonic water and you get...
What's your favorite Donkey Kong game, Tyler?
My favorite Donkey Kong game? Nah, I'm sorry.
Jungle.
It has to be the original.
Yeah, well, duh. And nothing beats the original, but come on.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's fun.
Especially the part where you jump.
Thank you, Tyler.
Well, come on. You guys don't like Jungle Beat?
No, I love Jungle Beat. It had a really cool way of using the bongos from Donkey Konga too. It was an interesting concept.
You know, the bongos really weren't my cup of tea, but you know.
I did a video playing Donkey Konga once. I don't have it anymore, but
No, I
that was
think,
fun.
I think that the actual game itself, like not just because of the bongos, but I think the actual game of Jungle Beat itself was actually like a hit. I just loved it.
Well, it had a lot of Donkey Kong Country inspiration, but it definitely took its own turn, and it's a shame that no one ever continued it. There's rumors flying around about a Donkey Kong 64 sequel, a 3D Donkey Kong again,
That's right.
which I'm looking forward to.
Right.
Because there hasn't been a 3D Donkey Kong since Donkey Kong 64.
Well, you know, I gotta tell you, Donkey Kong. I think Donkey Kong's also going back. I mean, I like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Donkey Kong 64. That game. I'm sorry, that game is a bitch. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
mean, I still haven't gotten anywhere because I mean. Yeah, how is your mother doing?
yeah, it's actually is kind of difficult to run. Well, you got to figure it out really, the ways to do it. It runs like Banjo-Kazooie, only it's a lot bigger. A lot of people call it the Banjo sequel that we never got. And I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like one of Rare's last legacies, Donkey Kong 64. It's something you gotta get into, because it's definitely a different style of game. And it puts a lot of focus on collecting. It holds a world record for most collectibles in a video game.
Yeah, but you know what?
Video disclaimer. No one heard anything on the radio besides us.
You're right.
Alrighty.
The Donkey Kong. There. Hang on. Do you know what I liked? I liked when they put Donkey Kong in the Smash Brothers. That was like, I mean, you couldn't have a Smash Brothers without Donkey Kong.
The original one, he was alright.
Well, it'd be stupid if you didn't put Donkey Kong in Smash
I know,
Brothers.
like, how do you have Smash Brothers without Donkey Kong?
Yeah,
That was like
dumb.
the best move ever. I loved his super, like that wind-up punch. Boom, I loved it.
Yeah, he's definitely the best in Brawl, though. Melee kind of weakened him up, but they fixed it in Brawl. But yeah, he was good in Smash 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might, if this video goes any longer, I'll probably add some Melee footage with Donkey Kong. We'll see.
No,
You can use footage
you gotta use M64. You gotta use the N64 Smash Brothers and Donkey Kong. That's like the best.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know, because I already have Donkey Kong 64. I think we better put a GameCube game in. I mean, I would do Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii, but I mean, or Brawl, but well, it'd be a little. I already have a Donkey Kong Country on. It'll be a little redundant. I mean, we should be up to Donkey Kong 64 right now in the video.
Maybe we've already passed it.
Probably. I don't know.
Go, please.
Really?
Yeah.
You're dying.
I think that's kind
You're
of
making her. You're breaking her heart, Billy.
I'm alright.
You know how we can do it? You know how we can keep that from happening? Really?
What?
Turn off the video.
No, I want to see this
Don't turn off your video, Billy.
That day you smiled.
Finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Banana Slammer.
Before Z, Greg, I'm almost finished with that game. To make my Lumpy Fabulous. I'm better at 64 Donkey Kong.
You know, Donkey Kong 64 was, like I said, it's a very long game. You need a lot of patience for it, and that is something I just do not have.
I do.
Well, once you figure out the formula, it's not that bad, and the 5 characters have something different. Throughout the DCA 64 video, I show off what each of their special abilities are, and it does create a lot of cool puzzle solving things and all that. And it's just something you gotta get into. It was very different compared to the side-scrolling Donkey Kong games. But it was very popular, and it sold a lot of copies because, mainly because of the expansion pack it came with. I mean, without that expansion pack, you couldn't play Majora's Mask either, or Mortal Kombat Trilogy, all that stuff.
No, you could have played it with Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Really, it looks way too complicated of a game for that. I know the first Paper Mario was impossible to play without
an
it.
expansion pack. I played it without the expansion pack.
I bought it for you.
Yeah, like Stephanie bought it for me, and I actually had to play Mortal Kombat Trilogy before I played Donkey Kong Country. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Aha, how do you like it?
Yeah,
Anyway,
Donkey Kong definitely needs a comeback, and I feel like that sequel, that rumored Donkey Kong 64 sequel, will do it. Donkey Kong Country Returns have really helped out too. It hasn't sold a lot, but it is a popular game among the DK fans.
You know what they should do? They should make Donkey Kong Jungle Beat 2.
They should. I agree.
Like, seriously.
With the Wii U gamepad, that's possible too.
That was the best thing we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta give our viewers what they need.
They're actually not looking at you, they're looking at the game.
We don't fool them.
I'm laughing at Tyward. Because he couldn't figure out that he had the audio in the damn headset when we started the Skype call.
Of course we have to. Well, hey, listen, we all make
It's blurry.
mistakes.
Is it just look blurry?
And if the MadMilitaryMan has
You're not actually with them. That's the problem.
It looks blurry.
well,
Oh no, it's the bottom.
Either
thing.
way.
Yeah, he can see you.
if the MadMilitaryMan has anything to say about this, Donkey Kong really was a phenomenon for gaming. And number one, number two, his games actually almost competed with Mario in terms of its basic need for the gamers to use their minds to solve the problems in the game. It was also very intuitive, kind of interactive at best. It was actually one of the ultimate games, right next to the Mario Saga.
Yeah, I agree. I feel though that if they ever make another Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, I would love a lot more focus on combat, because I feel like Donkey Kong has some really cool fighting style stuff added to his games. It'd be a lot of fun. Like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat was the closest to doing that. You had to with rhythm punches and whatnot. I think they should bring that back, because Donkey Kong's one of those jump on the guy to hurt him kind of guys. But I don't know, he's a monkey, you know. You want him to be.
If he jumps on me, he bounces over and up to the moon.
You want him to beat people up, you know. I mean, like Donkey Kong.
I mean, like, come on, you gotta, a gorilla beating everybody up. Come on, that's original. It's funny.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, Donkey Kong was named after King Kong, and he named him Donkey because donkeys are stubborn. But what happened was they actually got sued. It was funny. Nintendo got sued by Universal, and Nintendo won the case because they found out that Universal does not own the rights to King Kong. King Kong's copyright expired. So
actually,
yeah.
It wasn't that they won; they settled because King Kong is an American monster, and that's
Right.
why when they came out with Godzilla versus King Kong, it was actually a big lawsuit for 30 years. They carried out a lawsuit for 30 years, apparently.
that's fair.
So, yeah. But then when they came out with Donkey Kong, it was supposed to be about the Japanese version of King Kong. If you actually look at the Japanese King Kong, Donkey Kong looks exactly like the Japanese King Kong
Huh.
from the Godzilla movie.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Donkey
Fuck
Kong.
Donkey Kong, not your tits.
What are you doing, Tyler?
I was gonna put the tattoo of the eyes on my tits and then show you and be like, what you do?
That's creepy. But anyway, we're out of time.
I really hope children don't listen to this.
Yeah, we're out of time. So Donkey Kong, he was cool. I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Okay.
You guys are at 23,
All right.
so
MadMilitaryMan out.
see you next week, guys. Bye.